Could Becky Lynch be making a Royal Rumble comeback? Randy Orton's injury leaves his future in question. Paul Heyman drops a cryptic message about Roman Reigns. And why wasn't Reigns the main event at Crown Jewel? Plus, backstage stories on John Cena, an update on Rhea Ripley's injury, and Goldberg's retirement plans. Let's dive in. Welcome to WrestleFun Weekly News, and these are the news for this week. Is Becky Lynch returning to WWE? Big question for wrestling fans. Could we see the man back in WWE soon? Becky Lynch is currently a free agent after her WWE contract expired, and popular TV host and podcaster Chris Van Vliet just weighed in on her possible return. He predicts we might see her make a comeback at this year's Royal Rumble. After an 11-year run that made her one of WWE's biggest stars, Lynch left the company in June. Her last match, a steel cage showdown on Monday Night Raw, saw her lose to Liv Morgan on May 27th. On his Insight podcast, Van Vliet said he wouldn't be shocked to see Becky as one of the Rumble's surprise entrants. I think as those entrants come out in the Women's Royal Rumble, I have to think Becky Lynch is going to be a part of that, he commented. Fingers crossed for the man's big return. Latest on Randy Orton, after WWE SmackDown injury angle. Moving on to the Viper, WWE recently announced there's no timetable for Randy Orton's return after a brutal beatdown from Kevin Owens on SmackDown. In a shocking twist, KO delivered a piledriver to Orton, leaving Randy stretchered out and fans buzzing about his future. WWE later confirmed Orton suffered a cervical cord neuropraxia, meaning it could be a while before we see the Viper back for vengeance. Paul Heyman shares message about Roman Reigns. Amid WWE absence, even though he's been off our screens, Paul Heyman has kept things interesting with a cryptic social media post about Roman Reigns. After being taken out by Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline in a shocking betrayal, Heyman posted a striking photo of himself with Reigns, captioning it, "There are some pics that tell so many stories, all in one micro moment in time." Classic Heyman, just vague enough to keep fans guessing. Why Roman Reigns didn't close WWE Crown Jewel 2024. On November 2nd, Roman Reigns teamed up with the Usos to face Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu at Crown Jewel. But this time, he didn't headline. WWE decided to spotlight the Crown Jewel title matches, reportedly to strengthen their relationship with Saudi partners. Instead of closing the show, Reigns' match actually opened it, leaving the final spotlight on Cody Rhodes and Liv Morgan after their big wins. It's a different play for WWE, but it seems they're keeping everyone happy. Backstage stories about John Cena shared by WWE legend Eric Bischoff. With John Cena's retirement coming up, WWE legend Eric Bischoff shared a glimpse of what Cena's like behind the scenes. On the What Were They Thinking podcast, Bischoff had high praise, calling Cena such a class act, adding, "I just enjoyed being around him, working with him, always positive and eager." Cena's positive reputation clearly isn't just for the cameras. With his retirement set for next year, it's obvious the WWE Universe will miss that energy. Rhea Ripley's WWE return update. Following injury switching to Rhea Ripley, WWE recently shared an update on her recovery. Ripley suffered a broken orbital bone during an attack by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on the October 29th episode of NXT. Although there's no exact timeline, insiders suggest the injury might not be as serious as initially feared, with WWE hoping she'll return in time for WrestleMania 41 in April 2025. Ripley was last in action on the October 14th Raw, so here's hoping for a speedy recovery. Goldberg's WWE retirement match update. Finally, an update on Goldberg. After taking a hiatus in 2022, he returned at WWE Bad Blood in a face-off with Gunther. Just recently, Goldberg confirmed on the SEC network, ahead of the Florida vs. Georgia game, that his retirement match will happen in 2025, with Gunther as the likely opponent. However, per Dave Meltzer's latest F4W Online update, a Goldberg versus Gunther showdown isn't currently slated for the Royal Rumble. Goldberg's last match was a loss to Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel, so fans will be keeping a close eye on any official announcement for this final bout.